and welcome back to the Diocesan Aquatic Centre for our bronze medal match between RANGI RURU in the Whitecaps and St Kennigan's College in the Blue Caps.
Yeah, thank you, Kurt. Just looking at both these sides, boy, wonderful teams, schools with just such a great rich history and tradition across so many sports. RANGI RURU, well, they probably come in more recognised as a rowing school, I guess, historically, if you were to think of RANGI RURU. Done some wonderful things over the years at the Māori Cups. And Kennigan, well, there's not too many sports they don't have a point of view in. And now it is time to introduce both sides for you. It will be St Kennigan's College playing in the blue, and it will be RANGI RURU playing in the Whitecaps. So let's run through the team for you. Wearing number 1 for RANGI RURU will be Hayley Bond. Number 2 will be Lucy Flores. Number 3, Tamsin Mills. Number 4, Claudia Moore. Number 5, Angie Weston. Number 6, Eve Weston. Number 7, Natalia Flood. Number 8, Adele Witherston Spencer. Number 9, Olivia Rose. Number 10, Abby Moody. 11 will be Georgia Dan. 12, Ayla Prangle. And number 13, Meg Wood. Their coaches, Azoli Barros, wonderful coach. Jess Aitken, their assistant coach. Their manager is Mandy Anderson. A very good lineup representing the South Island. And the might of St Kennigan, Kaya Ashmore in the number 1, Lenny Webster in 2. Charlotte Smith will wear the number 3 cap. 4 will be Brooke Finoti. 5 will be Rosie Innes. 6, Hazel Montgomery. 7, Olivia Raulu. Lexi McComish in number 8. Tessa Birch in 9. Holly Gardner in 10. Natalia Rankin Cheetah in 11. Jess Kate in 12. And Izzy Willandini in the number 13 cap. Hamish McDonald, their head coach. Jordan Milicic Moschini, their assistant coach. And Rochelle Raulu is their manager. So the customary handshakes for these two very good schools. Get into this wonderful facility, the Diocesan School for Girls. And which school can come out with a bronze medal? Which school can be called the third best water polo team in New Zealand for 2021? Kurtz Goldsworthy, the high performance manager for New Zealand Water Polo, is my expert comments man sitting alongside of me. When you look at RANGI RURU, you know they're well coached because Zoli Barros is arguably amongst the best in the business when it comes to water polo in this country.
Premier League winning team last year, the Sharks in the men's, and Hamish McDonald coached the Premier winning women's team in the Auckland Gulls. So we've got 2 quality coaches here, and I'm really excited by this game, simply because neither team has ever been in a medal match before, neither school at a national secondary school.
Well, like I say, RANGI RURU, when you think of RANGI RURU, you think of their dominance in sports like rowing, particularly very good hockey schools in the South Island. I just love to see a South Island, a South Island school here in the mix, mixing it up against the powerhouse, which historically has been the Auckland schools. And it will be RANGI RURU in the white cap who do get things underway initially, and it will be Angie Weston for RANGI RURU in the number 5 cap. A nice little entry pass too, but well read by St Kennigan, but the referees say defensive foul at the moment. So RANGI RURU looking to push forward. First scoring opportunity. Lovely little entry pass. Great start. Good into play between Abby Moody and Georgia Dan, and it is Dan who scores first.
It was Abby Moody that finished it off.
Oh, was it?
Well
okay,
done. It was
around.
excellent
Great piece of play here. Yep.
Excellent piece of play.
So Georgia Dan to Moody, and have a look at that. Well, that's just good fundamentals, isn't it? St Kennigans are going to need to have a little bit more urgency defensively if they're to win this bronze medal. And now it is St Kennigan who get the first chance. Tessa Birch in the number 9 cap finds so number 5 there for RANGI RURU.
Aggie Weston, one of 2 sisters in this team.
So Weston looks to
Abby Moody in good position.
Very
Offensive
much
foul.
a press defence, isn't it, from St Kennigan at the moment? Really sort of pushing Rangi right back into the pool. But the problem is that can open up opportunities for the centre forward with the entry pass. Now St Kennigan looking to see if they can get themselves on the board.
And that's a nice matchup. Tessa Birch, captain of St Kennigan's, playing at centre back, and Abby Moody.
So go across to that right-hand side.
Oh,
Chance here for
good
St
entry
Kennigan.
pass.
Nice entry pass from they Can they get the shot across? I think off the upright, but the rebound comes and scoring opportunity. Brooke Finotti will get St Kennigan on the board. It is 1-1. Great play.
Yeah, nice powerful play by Natalia Rankin-Cheetah. Big turn, big shot, off the post. Brooke Finotti picking up the loose ball, finishing the job off.
So Charlotte's will be Tamsin Mills. Goes across, find Aggie Weston. A little bit of a nothing type shot and easily, comfortably picked up by Kaya Ashmore in goal for St Kennigan.
Aggie Weston with that shot, plays a bit of basketball.
Going back across. Well, St Kennigan is Tessa Birch. Both sides showing plenty of physicality at the moment on defence. Abby Moody really prepared to get up in the face of her opponent.
Holly Gardner with an outside shot. Easily taken by Haley Blonde.
This is the big challenge for both sides, isn't it? They haven't played each other a lot historically. They don't really understand. The offensive and defensive structures of their opponents. And a lot of historical information for them to draw upon. So it is now Rangi-Ruru have got another very good chance of scoring, looking to just try and line it up. Happy to lay it back though. Rangi-Ruru, the shot does come from number 3 and almost manages to sneak in. So good effort there from Tamsin Mills. Equally though, Kaya Ashmore in goal for St Kennigan. Answers the questions asked of her. And it will be Finotti who will look to now get play back underway. And it is St Kennigan. We need to just show a bit more urgency here. A little bit of a breakdown in communication. But Tessa Birch getting manhandled there by Lucy Flores.
Tessa Birch bringing the ball forward.
Yeah, shot clock running down. A shot just wide. Really, that was the only option. So good defence from Rangi-Ruru, putting St Kennigan under a lot of pressure and putting them under a lot of time pressure.
Yeah, Eve Weston at centre forward.
Aggie Weston with the ball, Eve Weston centre forward. So there you go, the sister combination. They rely heavily on that. Those
nice
two.
Pass.
Great pass, great entry pass. Can they get the shot away? In fact, picked off in the finish, wasn't it, by Rosie Innes in the middle of the pool for St Kennigan.
So Tessa Birch, year 13, as is Holly Gardner.
Amazing just how far Rangi-Ruru are prepared to come forward in terms of defence. Look, just pushing St Kennigan back, but that can open up those opportunities through the middle. In fact, St Kennigan are realising that now. Suddenly 6-on-5 for St Kennigan. Yeah. Can they work with a little bit more urgency here?
It's play on.
So it's play on. So that shot clock is not accurate, so it is still play on. Now, switching play, chance here. Happy to go back and forward. Rangi-Ruru prepared to be patient with good zone defence off the crossbar, but still St Kennigan with possession. Izzy Orlandini in number 14 cap.
Well, another exclusion here. Number 11.
So arguably at the moment it is 6-on-4, but one to come back in a moment.
One will be in. One is on its way. And somebody inside 2 metres.
Wow, that'll be disappointing for St Kennigan. They had an opportunity, 2-player overlap, couldn't capitalise. Equally, you've got to say Rangi-Ruru, well done. They didn't panic. Now the chance comes here. Rangi-Ruru, surely they must try and score here. They do. They squeak it through the gap, and that is a great shot coming from Abby Moody.
Yeah, excellent work from Abby Moody. Turning the counter-attack. Getting inside on Tessa Birch.
Yeah, Tessa Birch, she just couldn't quite just get her sort of body across in front of Moody. And Moody, she still had a really tough angle or really narrow lane to work with, but managed to score. And it is 2-1, Rangi Ruru over St Kentigern. And so it is Tessa Birch. Good save at the other end of the pool though from Hayley Bond in goal for Rangi Ruru. And another look at this. Great backhand, great piece of athleticism from Finotti for St Kentigern.
Nice block by Hayley Bond. Natalia Rankin-Cheetah at centre back.
And Eve Weston with the big pass manages to go forward, finds Tamsin Mills. What can Mills do? Mills, no, just gets away from her in the finish. So good defence from St Kentigern, scrambling back. And it is through Rosie Innes. Innes decides to keep it down this left-hand side of the pool from Birch. Well, Eve Weston says, I'm going to have none of that. In the 6 cap for Rangi Ruru. Goes across the pool.
Oh, very heavy on the perimeter there on Natalia Rankin-Cheetah.
How much of that is
powerful shot, 2 metre off the goalie's hand.
How much of that too, though, isn't it psychological? You want to get in their face. It is a physical sport, but let them know I'm going to be physical. Just send them a message. Particularly at secondary school level, we can have some maybe younger students in it who might not quite have that same physical build as some of their opponents.
Another exclusion.
So 6-on-5 chance
Aggie
here
Weston.
for St Kentigern. St Kentigern looking to spread it wide. Can they get the shot off? Can they bring it to 2? Chance does come. Left-handed player is Rosie Innes. Now the shot does come, and that is a very good piece of play from Tessa Birch.
Yeah.
Well, she just saw the right-hand side of the goal open. She got nice and high. Managed to get well and truly over the top of her defender here. We go back to the replay, and really, they just didn't quite get there. Eve Weston just didn't get forward enough. Almost, that's when they needed to maybe just press a little bit more man-on-man D. You cannot leave a quality player like Tessa Birch open.
Yeah. Oh, good play.
Great play. Still managing to retain possession. What do the referees say?
Yeah, Natalia Rankin-Cheetah with the steal. Aggie Weston trying hard to spin.
2-2 is the score. Just 7 seconds remain in what has been a very close contest. And they will go into the first quarter break. And it is, as expected, a close game between Rangi Ruru of the South Island and St Kentigern of Auckland. It is 2-2 all. You are watching the 2021 New Zealand Secondary Schools Waterpolo Championship.
Some good play. Some big, strong girls. Abby Moody, also very good at athletics. National javelin title holder. And Natalia Rankin-Cheetah from St Kentigern's. Very strong at athletics, and again, national shot put and discus, I believe, title holder. So these girls really can throw.
No, it's great to see too, though, that at this level played with such energy, enthusiasm, great camaraderie. Yep, at times it can be a bit niggly, but it's amazing the camaraderie between the two teams when you see them outside of the pool, outside of the arena. I reckon that was a very, very good piece of play in the finish there, wasn't it? From
Abby Moody.
Yeah,
very nice.
And this equally here too. Weston just needed to... Yeah, Weston, you could see the disappointment too. She knew that she probably could have maybe done a little bit more to block that shot, but that's only because she sets such high expectations for herself, and she might be just being a little bit too tough on herself, because she is a wonderful player. And now for Rangi Ruru is Georgia Dan. So it'll be Dan up against Birch to see who will get the first possession in this quarter. Just have a look here, and it will be
Rangi Ruru with the ball.
Rangi Ruru, and immediately we do see Aggie Weston. Weston then goes back to Tamsin Mills in the 3 cap.
Oh, nice try.
Mills
Nice
just
drive,
happy.
loose pass though.
Yeah, good drive forward there, wasn't it, in the finish by Abby Moody?
Yeah.
But the intent's there, isn't it? The intent's there. And if they can just execute it, and I'm sure they've worked on it 100 times in training, then it could just be that point of difference in a very closely fought contest. Brooke Finotti bringing the ball forward now for St Kentigern's. Nice entry pass, but that's a very good turn and shoot. 2 markers on her, but the class there of Natalia Rankin-Cheetah.
Yes.
She had 2 defenders on her, still managed to get the height, still managed to swivel and get the shot away. X-factor player. Eve Weston.
Exclusion here, too heavy at centre back.
Yeah, Charlotte Smith, the player, in the number 3 cap. And now chance here for RANGI RURU. Can they work it quickly? And the shot does come and they score. And so does RANGI RURU extend that lead to 4-3.
Yeah, nice shot by Aggie Weston. She's got very long limbs. Plays a little bit of basketball.
Yeah, and you do have to feel for Kaya Ashmore there. She just was just a little unsighted there for a split second with one of her defenders up. The defenders just doing their job, and cannot tell you just how difficult it is to be a goalkeeper.
Nice work,
in
Brooke
Waterpolo.
Fenotti.
Yeah, scores at the other end too, maybe just a little bit too easy. RANGI RURU. So Tamsin Mills did everything she could, but she found herself somewhat isolated on defence. Mills, let's have a look here. Good physical contest. Bang. Good athleticism. Great goal from Brooke Fenotti.
Oh, yeah. Nearly a steal.
Now RANGI RURU have the big power shot. Good save coming from Kaya Ashmore this time.
Yeah, Eve Weston unlucky there, not to draw an exclusion. Girl was a little bit too close.
So looking, good defence. Again, not afraid to get up in the face, Aggie Weston, of her opponent, Tessa Birch. Good little rivalry beginning to develop between these two. This is the first time these two schools would have seen each other at secondary school level. Oh, just not a great pass and turnover. Nope. But that's what pressure does. Chance here for RANGI RURU through Mills. Mills, what does she do? Happy to keep it in the middle of the pool here. Asking for some support, not quite coming, now starts to come. And so it is Mills who pushes forward. She could go the whole way herself here. No one's coming out of the shot. Will Calm does it.
Good
No,
pass.
She lays it off. And the entry pass, but the shot on the finish straight down Broadway, straight into the hands of Kaya Ashmore.
Brooke Fenotti can kick that over to Holly Gardner, and it's gone.
Now the chance comes though. Gardner turns, swivels, worked over. Referee say defensive foul. Chance comes for St Kennegans. Good skills.
Oh, good steal.
This time, turnover. RANGI RURU, great pressure. Both teams putting on each other. Georgia Dan winning that little battle in the number 11 cap. She gets playback underway.
Nice steal by Georgia Dan.
Goes right across back to Mills. Good defence this time, though, coming from Rosie Innes for St Kennigan in the number 5 cap. But it is RANGI RURU who retain possession. Abby Moody. Got to be careful here. Got to be careful of the exclusions. 6 on 5. The big long shot comes. Great piece of goalkeeping from Kaya Ashmore.
Yeah.
Got a right hand out. And they had some power on that shot. And Kaya Ashmore, well, she's a slight figure, but very athletic.
Natalia Rankin-Cheetah with a bit of space.
And the big shot comes over the top.
Field blocked, actually, by Eve Weston. Outstanding field block.
Good crowd building up. Diocesan School for Girls is the venue. RANGI RURU College out of Christchurch. Aggie Weston in the number 5 cap.
Set.
Goes across to Tamsin Mills here. So Mills looks for the little entry pass. Good battle in the middle of the pool though. Still Mills.
Good steal.
Yeah, nice turnover there by Brooke Fenotti. She's been everywhere, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Wonderful player. And now this is Natalia Rankin-Cheetah. And Natalia Rankin-Cheetah, with her Waterpolo prowess, she needs to be heavily involved in this game. Fenotti and Cheetah Rankin, or Rankin-Cheetah, can do some serious damage here to RANGI RURU, based on their pedigree, based on their CVs. Tessa Birch for St Kennigan goes across, finds Rosie Innes.
Exclusion there. Off the drive. Natalia Flood excluded.
Now, can St Kennigan do here? Still tied up at 3-3. 1:54 remains. The shot comes off the upright. Intent was there. Execution wasn't quite. So Hayley Bond looks, surveys. Lucy Flores swimming hard up on the left-hand side of the pool. She won't receive the ball just yet, but she is pushing forward up that left-hand side. Good play here from Eve Weston. Plenty of experience. Finds his sister Aggie Weston. So the Weston girls in caps 5 and 6. Now the big shot for the door open, and it is a goal, is it? It is. Just looking at that angle, the ball needs to cross the line completely. And I thought at one moment it hit that crossbar and come back down. Let's just have a look at the replay here. She saw the door slightly ajar. Kaya Ashmore got herself across, got a hand to it, but it was just the water skimming, the ball skimming the surface, and the bounce from that, which was the difference.
Yeah, a lot of power by Aggie Weston. Very nice shot.
So 4-3, RANGI RURU.
Oh, good steal.
Great steal. But counter-attack, no, not on at the moment. Both sides now scrambling to the other end of the pool. RANGI RURU offensively, St Kentigern defensively. Pushing forward, continuing the drive. Does she go on her own? She does go on her own, and almost scores on the left-hand side of the upright.
Now we've got another counter at the other end.
So
Ashmore can't get the ball down there.
50 seconds remain. 4-3. St Kentigern's would love to be the next goal scorers and tie it up at 4 as they go into the half-time. It goes through Natalia Rankin-Cheetah.
Brooke Finotti at centre forward.
Yeah, and Finotti, she'll
turn
the little backhand. You can see just that wrist angled over the top of the ball to hold it. But nicely worked in the finish by Eve Weston on defence.
Yeah.
So, two very good players. Brooke Finotti up against Eve Weston. That is just a clash of the titans, really, isn't it? Two outstanding water polo players at this level.
Yeah, both played in the National League. One for Canterbury, one for Mountford Park.
So, that's what it's all about. You don't have Pete Sampras without Andre Agassi, or got to have your rivalries. At a macro level, it's the two schools. At a micro level, it's player on player. The shot comes, and the door was open, and in the finish, opportunity was there for Lucy Flores. She showed her class. What do I like about it? She showed the confidence. She empowered herself to take the shot. She wasn't afraid to do it. That is good coaching. That is good communication. And you do just have to feel a little bit again for Kaya Ashmore.
Yeah. As a good lane, Lucy Flores. Very well.
And as they go into half-time, it is RANGI RURU leading St Kentigern 5-3. Let's talk about what will be said at half-time. Firstly, St Kentigern's there trailing. Hamish McDonald, we know how good a coach he is. Got a good assistant there in Jordan Milicic Moschini.
Yeah, good coaching staff, both teams. Look, St Kentigern's will really need to be scoring next. Keep getting the ball into Brooke Finotti, but I think it might work a little stronger if they can get a better mismatch. The height and stretch of the Western sisters, both Aggie Weston and Eve Weston, that matchup's really good for the RANGI RURU girls. So if Brooke Finotti can find somebody else to take in, that might work in their favour.
RANGI RURU, they seem to be enjoying too, shooting from a little bit wider. They don't seem to be, it's not so much about the entry pass, is it? It's more about just using the flanks, taking their chances. So how does St Kentigern counteract that defensively?
At the moment, I don't think the St Kentigern field blockers are getting across enough and forcing the ball. If we're looking at all these shots, most of the goals are going in on the corners, and it would be really the field blockers should be taking the corners, and the goalkeeper should be taking the middle 2/3 of the goal. So the field blockers need to do a little bit more.
5-3. You say at secondary school level, you've got generally, how does it work these days? I came up in an era of 5th, 6th and 7th from what is it?
Year 13 is the last year.
So year 11, year 12, year 13 predominantly are going to be where these students come out of. And so, you know, and there can often be a big difference size-wise, isn't there, between, say, a year 11 student versus a year 13.
Yeah.
But that also 2 years difference is also a big difference in experience.
Absolutely.
And so as a team, you've got to try and exploit the inexperience from certain players on your opposition, and then draw on the experience of other players. Yeah,
well, Natalia Rankin-Cheetah and Holly Gardner have been in this side for years for the St Kentigern team. And Brooke Finotti, very, very good as well. And no doubt for RANGI RURU that will be the same. Abby Moody was quite new to school. She came out of Marlborough College.
And at RANGI RURU, incredibly well coached by Zoli Barros, the national men's head coach for Waterpolo. So he'll be helping take out as much guesswork as he can for his young charges. So it will be a nice little swim off here. between Holly Gardner and Eve Weston, and it will be Weston who gets to the ball first and goes straight to her sister Aggie Weston. So the Weston girls getting themselves involved in this game very early in the second half.
Playing a zone. Another outside shot. Nice shot.
Again, Tamsin Mills. She took her time, didn't she?
Yep.
She didn't have a lot of pressure on her. She sort of throwed the dummy, looked like she was going to shoot, and then she thought, you know what? And she just took the pace off the ball too, which can be very, very tough. It can almost be an illusion. And therefore, Kaya Ashmore probably expecting maybe just a little bit more velocity, and it didn't quite get her timing right. And it's RANGI RURU who lead now 6 goals to 3.
Yeah, nice shot by Tamsin Mills, captain of RANGI RURU.
And we go across the pool.
Oh, good pass.
This is good play from St Kennigan, and they do score, and they hit back, and they needed to hit back, and they've hit back well. Good play. Much more structured from St Kennigan. And a good goal coming from Hazel Montgomery in the number 6 cap.
I think it was Lexi McCormish.
Was it Lexi? Let's have a look, sorry. Number 8, my apologies, looked like the 6 there, wasn't it? So, yeah, Lexi McCormish. Well done to you. We do apologise if sometimes we do get the names wrong. It can be just difficult picking up the cap numbers with the white water and everything going on.
Oh, Aggie Weston in good position at centre forward. Very physical in there.
So,
Abby Moody.
Oh, I love the way you can just sort of see her lining up that little backhand flick, wasn't she? Holly Gardner then, but good defence.
She's inside. She can't shoot this directly.
No, but it is Abby Moody.
So a call there. The foul occurred inside 6 metres. So she's unable to shoot it directly on goal. It must touch somebody else's hand.
St Kennigan here. Chance, good entry pass.
Play.
Chance here for Finotti to score. She can't get it away because defence coming again from Weston. Who managed to get a hand down. We talked about that rivalry between Finotti and Weston.
Yeah.
And that was a really good scoring opportunity for Finotti, but Weston, wow, great defence, and she comes away with the ball now. She'll be looking for her sister Aggie. No, she decides to go down the right-hand side of the pool. And now the shot comes a little bit wayward. That's what pressure does. St Kennigan, though, they're in the fight. They're in the fight. Certainly come out looking slightly more settled in the second half, Kurt Goldsworthy.
Yeah, both teams settled into their game quite well. Some very nice work. Some good matchups in this.
Young, a lot of nerves. Bronze medal here. That'll be in a lot to secondary school kids to have a bronze medal at a national tournament.
Nice drive. Natalia Rankin-Cheetah with a nice drive. Couldn't find her, though. Holly Gardner.
So Gardner,
outside shot.
Somewhat ambitious. So now Hayley Bond will get play back underway, and it is RANGI RURU again through Eve Weston. And Weston happy to continue to come forward. She's got a chance of going one-on-one here, Weston, and she will do it. Oh, good block, well played, Kaya Ashmore, outstanding from Ashmore. Just came off the line, shut the angle down, but you cannot criticise Eve Weston at all because she did everything right, but it was just some outstanding play from the goalkeeper, Ashmore. And it stopped RANGI RURU from scoring.
Very good reactions.
Oh, this is good play too now at the other end. Holly Gardner showing her Waterpolo individual skills. Look at the competitiveness there. Look at the fight from Aggie Weston too.
And there's a counter-attack here.
Yeah, it is the Weston girls who are leading the charge here for RANGI RURU.
Abby Moody.
Moody now must score, surely. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. How good has Ashmore been for St Kennigan?
Yeah, excellent work by Kyra Ashmore. Offensive foul. Not sure what was seen there.
So it will
off
be
the camera.
It will be Rosie Innes who will bring the ball forward and decides to go down the right. Looks for a quick counter attack. It's not on though. Chent was right. Holly Gardner will get the ball out. And what did the referee say? No, let's bring it back. So now, chance, great entry pass, surely. Here's the goal scoring opportunity. She turns, she swivels, she scores. And great play from Holly Gardner. Great play from St Kennigan, full stop. What did the goal referee say? It does count. And a yellow card maybe to Zolly Barros, the coach.
Yep.
He needs to spend some time in the naughty chair, does he?
No, he doesn't go in the naughty chair.
Doesn't go in the naughty chair. He's just had his warning.
That's good play by Holly Gardner.
Great play, wonderful athleticism, isn't it?
Well, not a lot of love lost there between Eve Weston and Holly Gardner.
But that's water polo, isn't it? There is a lot of stuff off the ball. It's the game. You've got to get used to it. It's a natural pathway through to senior level. It's part of the sport. Some people describe it often as a game of rugby underwater.
Yeah, both of them played National League as well.
And so they understand what does go on.
Yeah.
But
Holly Gardner played for the Victoria's Atlantis.
Yeah, and it's always left. It's always left in the pool, which is great. But it can be physical. Very tough on the aerobic system. And the shot comes, great piece of shooting indeed. And who is it again? Eve Weston.
Yeah.
Go to the Western girls. And now RANGI RURU leading St Kennigan. Just
really
have a look
good
here. So neither player.
Holly Gardner scores at one end on Eve Weston, then Eve repeats it at the other. Very good matchup.
That's what we want. Rivalries. 7-5. RANGI RURU lead. Everyone talked about how close this would be. Good entry pass. Chance comes for Noddy. Surely will score. And she does. And St Kennigan College just catching RANGI RURU, maybe just napping a little bit. And you cannot leave this quality player in a position like this. Great entry pass. Have a look at this.
Yeah. Aggie Weston just losing sight of where Brooke Finotti had gone. Excellent vision, excellent pass.
But we talk about Aggie Weston, Eve Weston, that combination, but Holly Gardner, equally Brooke Finotti, wonderful combination for St Kennigan.
And when you add in Tessa Birch and Natalia Rankin-Cheetah, their combination's very good. And that is why they've made the middle match.
They turn chance here.
Oh, good play.
Very good.
Penalty.
Yeah, Eve Weston again, penalty now. I've got to say, Kaya Ashmore, she's been outstanding in goal, but Weston brings the experience. Weston brings the class. So it is experience versus youthful exuberance. Chance here for RANGI RURU, and they do score. 7-5 now, that lead.
8-6, I think.
Is it 8-6? Okay, just check that scoring for you.
Nice penalty taken. It is 8-6.
8-6, scoreboard just in front of us there. Now watching New Zealand secondary schools play off for the bronze medal between St Kennigan College of Auckland in the blue, RANGI RURU of Christchurch in the white cap. Good little pass here from St Kennigan's. Nice interplay too. Defence now comes across though. Looking to try and shut down Lenny Webster in the number 2 cap for St Kennigan.
And Natalia Rankin-Cheetah trying to slide in for a shot.
Izzy Orlandini.
Exclusion there.
And so 6-5 for St Kennigan. Can they score close to 1?
And we've got a timeout called by Hamish McDonald.
Okay, good timeout here. So he'll be calling that to see how they exploit the 6-on-5 situation here.
Yeah, that's a good timeout. At 8-6, it's important. They can get back to 1 goal if they can convert this advantage. He'll be making sure he can put the right people in the right places and get the shot in the right person's hand.
We've seen Ollie Barros pick up a yellow card. What generally will constitute a yellow card?
A continual disagreement with the referee.
Continual dialogue.
Yeah.
Too much chatter.
Too much chatter.
It's hard though, isn't it? Because anybody that's coached, even been on the sideline, you understand how emotive it can be at times, isn't it? And you're so invested in these young people.
Absolutely. You've invested a lot of time in them. You want the referees to make all the perfect
It's
calls.
also secondary school sports, so you've also got to be on your best behaviour too, don't you?
Yes, you do indeed.
Yeah, I've got a sneaky feeling in your day as a coach, Kurt, you probably would have picked up a few yellows, mate, just sort of briefly getting to know you.
Yeah, occasionally I found a reason for a yellow card.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're back under play. It will be 6-on-5 for St Kennigan. They do, RANGI RURU, have the player in the, and we affectionately say it in the naughty chair, the 20-second little penalty box, which is just a part of water polo.
I'm going to play press the top, slide the bottom defence, forcing the long pass.
St Kennigan, they capitalise.
Nice block.
Is that what was asked from Hamish McDonald? Anyway, RANGI RURU get themselves out of a little bit of a trouble. They still have that 2-goal buffer.
Good work, Abby Moody, to get Tessa Birch kicked out after Tessa missed that shot.
So 6-on-5 now for St Kennigan. They come forward. In fact, it's RANGI RURU, my apologies, coming forward.
Oh, all under.
RANGI RURU with the 6-on-5. But they do come away with it now, St Kennigan. So they equally absorb the pressure and turn possession over and mitigate the 6-on-5 situation they found themselves in. Now pushing it back through. Holly Gardner.
Good entry pass.
Looking to try and turn.
Good
This is
work,
Fenotti.
Brock.
Oh, she just decides, though. She's good, isn't she? Had the
And
timing
the big
there
shooter.
under the pressure of the big shot. But good goalkeeping. Just coming from Hayley Bond, but the rebound comes, and what do they say?
It's a goal.
So,
For
Fenotti, she was just there, wasn't she? Just have a look at this replay, because I've got to say it caught me off guard a little bit. The initial shot coming
Good
there from
block.
Natalie Rankin-Cheetah, and then no one there to tidy up. He had all the good work undone by a moment of brilliance from Brooke Fenotti.
Yeah, very quick to that. It's going to make this game very exciting.
8-7.
Oh, good move, Babby Moody.
Game on. Now they need to. Shot clock going, starting to run down. The big long shot does come. It does come, and they
good
score.
shot.
That is very good play. This time from Tamsin Mills in the number 3 cap. Mills, well, she looked long. I think St Kentigern felt that the play was going to go down the right-hand side. They moved across to the right. They drew that defence, which opened up the left-hand side. And that is wonderful execution from a very good player.
Yeah, excellent shot from their captain, Tamsin Mills. Also robotics champ.
Oh, and at the other end, well, Holly Gardner. We talked about the combination earlier between Gardner and Brooke Fenotti. This time it wasn't required, but Fenotti was drawing the defenders. It opened up the lane. Have a look at this. Great athleticism. In fact, really nobody back with that press defence. And the goal comes.
Yeah, nice goal by Holly Gardner.
Moving forward. Good chance
Losing
here.
there. Had to be.
6 on 5. Well, really, you've got no choice then. It's just making sure
back
that...
to
Now the
beautiful.
shot does come, and that is great water polo from RANGI RURU at the other end. And they extend that lead again. So, wonderful water polo being played between two highly regarded secondary schools. Look at that. That is just great water polo, isn't it? That's why people tune in. That's why people watch.
Yeah, really nice goal. Good
That
pass from Georgia
That
Dan.
is A+. That is box office. And now 10-8. St Kentigern.
Oh,
Chance here. Fenotti with a chance. He scores at the other end with 3 seconds on the clock. And now it is within 1 goal as we head into the 4th and final period.
goal count.
So 1 goal in it between the 4th with 1 to go, and it is again Brooke Fenotti. I tell you who she reminds me of. She reminds me of a young Morgan McDowell. Morgan McDowell, arguably the best attacking player in New Zealand women's water polo, who I think is first year out of school, but out of diocesan.
Yep.
And so you look at Fenotti, similar type builds too.
Yeah, Brooke's not as tall. Brooke is extremely athletic, Brooke Fenotti. She's played touch in her premier team at school every year. Zolia Boris a little frustrated with the last goal. St Kentigern just not going away, and that's what we want in secondary school water polo.
Well, look, I love that. I love his animation, isn't it? I mean, you can sit there and go, well, it's secondary school sport, don't take it seriously. Well, I'll tell you what, these students are taking it seriously. Some of these students are in their final year and in their last year at school, aren't they? They want their medal. And look, get used to it. That's what it can be like. Sport is tough at this level. And so plenty of emotion from both coaches. That's his style of coaching too, and that works. And then at the other end, you might get a situation where you get Hamish McDonald, who will be a little bit more, what's the word? He'll be maybe a little bit more conservative in his
less animated
message telling.
Yeah, a little less animated, but still the same amount of passion. This last goal, really opportunist to stay within 1. Brooke Fenotti really come to the forefront in that quarter.
It's good too in the sport of water polo, isn't it? Starting to see more and more sort of Polynesian players or people from different ethnicities outside of sort of European playing the game, because predominantly has been a European type sport, hasn't it, in this country? And now we're starting to see, more and more ethnicities getting involved. And if you can tap into that Polynesian Māori community particularly, we know how good athletes they are, aren't they? Amongst the very best in the world. So absolutely. Good to see. Nice little swim off coming here too.
This will be a great last quarter.
It's going to be a classic. It's going to be a beauty. Eve Weston. Zoli Barros not happy. Wanting more from his team. Good defence again from Fenotti. And she turns it over. We've just been talking about how classy she is. Not just offensively, but also defensively now. And Tessa Birch pushing forward. Birch looking for her options. Finds them down the left-hand side. Back to Finotti. Across to Birch again. Here. Chance she can drive for herself here. Does she go herself? Does she come forward? She does. But the big mick comes out from Hayley Bond. And RANGI RURU survived. They've got to be careful, though. They conceded that goal just before the end of the third period there, where they turned possession over.
Soft exclusion there.
So
and now timeout called by Zolly Boris.
So 6 on 5. RANGI RURU will have 6 on 5.
So that exclusion occurred because the defensive team had just come into possession, and the goalkeeper might have fouled while they had a counter-attack opportunity.
So just want to acknowledge the sponsor there of New Zealand Waterpolo, Delfina, Suzuki. Cap 7 is the ball sponsor. And of course the Stream Shop, bringing you all the pictures here. Daniel Wrightson and the team. As we just have a look at St Kentigern, they seem fairly relaxed at the moment. Boy, good trio there, isn't there, between Finotti, Holly Gardner and Natalia Rankin-Cheetah. 3 players who would walk into most age group national sides. In this lineup for St Kentigern, but it will be RANGI RURU who will have the 6-5 advantage. Look at the intensity there. How much do they want this? They have the 1-goal lead. St Kentigern. Oh, the shot comes. Very good, though. Good sort of field blocking as well in terms of just shutting down that angle from Lexi McComish for St Kentigern. She just shut that lane down.
It was a tough angle for...
McComish, though, was the reason for that, though, wasn't she? She got across nicely. Did a good job, Lexi.
A loose pass by Tessa Birch.
And turned back over, though. St Kentigern fighting for it. A bit of a scramble here, but it'll be RANGI RURU once again. Abby Moody. Now, offense chance comes and they see it. Here is the chance. Great pass comes out of the goal. Does brilliantly, though, Kaya Ashmore, doesn't she? She read it nicely. She committed, because at that point it was dangerous with Eve Weston up front. I think if Ashmore had stayed on a line, it could have been a different outcome. And now St Kentigern looking to try and tie it up. 4.5 minutes remaining off the upright. The chance comes again. Finotti in there. Also Natalia Rankin-Cheetah. And they do a good job, don't they? And almost turn possession over. What do the referees say? In fact, RANGI RURU will come away with the ball. And they'll come away with it through Tamsin Mills. What a game. Wonderful, wonderful game. Cross. Now it comes down to fatigue levels as well. Good, turns nicely, goes herself, does she? Can they shut down that left-hand side or the right-hand lane? They do come back into the ball, over the top.
2 metre, just tipped over by Kaya Ashmore. Western sisters working together there.
So the 2 metre, you're saying that she was inside the 2 metre line?
No. It's a corner throw, just tipped by Kaya Ashmore, the goalkeeper.
Okay, so they go to the corner. And now it does come back through Tamsin Mills. So Mills, nice little entry pass. Looks a little backhand shot coming here. No. What do the referees say? Exclusion. Retain possession. Exclusion. 6 on 5. They'll come back quickly. They'll turn. They look to pull the trigger from a distance here. No. Happy to just set up. They do have a player open. And this is it. Great entry pass. Good defence, though. Good defence from St Kentigern. Brilliant play there from Izzy Orlandini and Kaya Ashmore in goal. (10-9). 3 minutes remain. St Kentigern desperate to try and tie it up at 10-all. They do. Shot clock starting to run down under a little bit of shot clock pressure. And the shot comes. Wow, that is just absolutely superb shooting from Holly Gardner. I thought there at one point she might just take the velocity off it with some sort of a change-up shot. Slightest of gaps. Have a look at this, Kurt Goldsworthy. Talk us through it.
Yeah, on their side. Good shot. Holly Gardner. Game all tied up.
10-all.
2 minutes 55 to play.
2:55. Who has the fitness? Who has the least amount of lactic acid in the legs? Which of these Oh, great
Good
shot.
legs.
Look at the legs. Look at the height. Claudia Moore, I think it was. Wow.
Aggie Western, outstanding. Holly Gardner working hard for an exclusion.
Cannot emphasise again just how tough this
Good
is
entry
aerobically.
pass.
Yep. And shot comes. Very good block, in fact, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
From number 3, I think
Mills.
Tamsin Mills it was.
Yeah.
Mills. Good field block here. Have a look at that. Just gets the big mid out.
So good. So good. Good chance here for Abby Moody coming forward.
Now they're asking
Good pass.
everything.
Inside 2 metres. Turnover.
So just explain the inside 2 metre rule for people watching water polo for the first time.
One of the athletes slid inside 2 metres. That's the
offensive
only offside rule we
offensive
have.
athlete. So yeah, you're not allowed to be within 2 metres of the
Unless the ball's in front of you.
the goalpost line. Chance here, starting to get physical from both sides.
Holly Gardner coming forward.
Now Gardner can go herself here, Holly Gardner. We've seen
it.
that she's got it. Left-hand shooter. Now the chance comes. Do they look to go long? Oh, the big deflect, almost the shot block. Created the chaos. You can just sense the excitement here at Diocesan. The crowd really starting to get on their feet. 1.5 minutes remain. Who is going to crack first? Which one of these athletes is going to try and take control of it? Will it be a team effort? Will it be a moment of individual brilliance? The shot comes now.
Inside.
Surely the exclusion, the penalty awarded.
Penalty awarded.
The penalty awarded, and I think deservedly so too. Let's just go back and have a look at the replay.
Yeah, Holly Gardner, I believe.
I don't think really they had a choice here, did they?
No,
it was one of those, I'm going to just have to.
Yeah.
She's going to score if I don't take her out.
Holly Gardner knew that. She showed her year 13 experience.
Yeah, have a look here. Got herself a lovely entry pass.
Yeah. Holly knew she was in big trouble.
So, and she scores from the penalty, or was it saved? We just missed that. So, Kyra Ashmore with the save. Let's just go back, have a look at that replay again. Here we go. Let's have a look at this penalty here. Shot comes and, brilliant from Ashmore, brilliant. And now back at the other end of the pool, it's St Kennigan's who are trying to win this.
Cheetah.
Rankin Cheetah. She goes out to her left. She finds Charlotte Smith.
Ball in, not looking.
Nice entry pass. No, Finotti just not getting worked over by a very good defensive setup.
Yeah, we've got 51
for
seconds
RANGI
left.
RURU girls. Wonderful game.
Yeah, timeout called by Zolly Boris. The decision by Holly Gardner to take that penalty certainly paid off. She took a big gamble and back in her goalkeeper. So well done.
Yeah, 20 seconds too. I mean,
just gets her fingertips on it. Well done.
Look at the disappointment there from Eve Weston.
Yeah.
She just looks up to the heavens and says, please let me do that again.
Yep, well, they've still got a chance to get this.
Now, at this point here, Zolly Barros, we've seen how emotional he can get. It's time for calm heads now. He needs to say, hey, calm heads. Now, talk us through what happens if it's tied up at full time.
At full time, we'll be going to a penalty shootout. If it's
5 shooters each.
5 shooters each. Toss of a coin. One will shoot first.
Bronze medal up for grabs. RANGI RURU. Challenging the powerhouse that is Auckland and the Auckland schools. Can they get themselves on the podium? Can they win a bronze medal? St Kennigan, well, a school that is used to so much success. For them, they probably came here with an expectation of a medal. Now, 47 seconds on the clock. Both teams will have a scoring chance each. Good defence.
Yeah,
wonderful
good
play
man
from
on
Brooke Finotti again in the defensive setup. It is Weston. Weston trying to draw the exclusion, but Natalia Rankin-Cheetah for St Kennigan, too much experience. And we'll pick it up. The shot does come. The shoot, up the upright. And the turnover for St Kennigan. Brilliant again from Finotti there.
Yeah.
You've got to say, though, Aggie Weston lurking offensively back in centre forward. Boy, the drama, the theatre. Wonderful stuff.
Yep.
You are watching water polo at secondary school level. There is nothing in it. They talk about sport coming down to less than 0.001% in performance. Well, that can be the difference between a good sleep and a bad sleep. And Kurt, as I like to say, in games like this is the reason why you never push the snooze button. It's 10 minutes a day, it's 70 minutes a week. It's the difference between 11, 10 and 10 all.
Absolutely. And here we go. We've got 30 seconds on the shot clock, 30 seconds on the game clock. Oh, sorry, 28 seconds on the shot clock, 30 seconds on the game clock.
And now we start to see the emotion here, don't we, of Hamish McDonald, who normally is a little bit more reserved, but he now is caught up in the moment. The adrenaline is running through these players, through the coaches. The heart rates are high. Who can hold their nerve? Do they go to the experienced players, St Kentigern's, the likes of Natalia Rankin-Cheetah, Holly Gardner?
Holly Gardner's out. She's majored out of the game.
Chance here. St Kentigern, 23 seconds left on the clock, or will we go to penalties?
Got to work for Natalia Rankin-Cheetah
Now,
or Tessa Birch.
Happy though, RANGI RURU to get up. This will be the strict instructions from Zoli Gross.
Outside shot.
Shot comes though over the top. And now it'll be RANGI RURU who will have one chance, one opportunity.
17 seconds.
To try and score. 17 seconds on the shot clock. They count down. They need to go long. Happy to be patient. One opportunity to steal it at the buzzer. Great pass. The turn. They shoot. RANGI RURU. The shot over the top. And we will go to a penalty shootout to decide this bronze medal.
3 seconds. One shot. Here it is. Just wide.
And it's wide. And it is penalties to determine who wins the bronze medal at a New Zealand secondary schools level.
Definitely into penalties
and
now.
Listen to the crowd.
It'll be a bit of a break here while the referees get the penalty cards out. Both teams will fill out the sheets.
Now this is just, it's a terrible thing, penalties, isn't it? It's terrible because the best players, as we've already seen, can miss. And, you know, you see it in football, you can have the player who is you can have the player who is, you know, can be, say in football, the greatest husband, the greatest family man or greatest wife or whatever, parent, just a really nice person, wonderful player. And then you step up and you miss that penalty, and sometimes you're defined by that. Well, hopefully that's not the case at a secondary school level. I think everybody understands the mixtures of ages here. It's really just about celebrating and enjoying the experience, which is really what schoolboy and schoolgirl sport should be about.
Yeah, excellent game. We thought that would be the case.
Well,
two teams full of passion, going for their first medal at a National Secondary School Championship.
Well, a lot of pressure here on Hayley Bond, who will be in goal for RANGI RURU. We haven't talked about her as much as maybe Kaya Ashmore.
Well, that looks to me like they're going to put Natalia Rankin-Cheetah into the goal.
Wow.
St Kentigern, she's in the goal warming up.
Okay, so a change there. And the reason for that, what, just physical nature? Just physically a bigger athlete can just get up and cover more space. She what, a more experienced player maybe, or a more athletic player than Kaya Ashmore, and therefore maybe just getting a bit more height.
Yep. And Natalia's, you know, this is a pressure situation. And you know, whether you like it or not, it is. And Natalia's been in this type of situation before.
Well, I mean, like I say, I mean, I know from my time at Mount Albert Grammar School, when, you know, I would have loved to have walked away with a bronze medal in any New Zealand secondary schools tournament. They don't hand out a lot.
No.
I mean, the depth of competition in sports like Waterpolo, which is the oldest team sport at the Olympic Games, is just tremendous.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be football, netball, the whole lot, you want to get your hands on a medal. But also particularly for those students, you know, year 13, who this is their last year. And then for those who in their year 11, it's sort of out saying, hey, I've got one of these. I know we can achieve this. Next year I want a different colour. So also just see...
Yeah, well, it's Natalia's last year, of course.
Just had Hamilton Boys High School walk past us, and they are in the men's final, and that is to come. That should be an absolute cracker. Hamilton Boys High School, arguably runners-up last year in an unofficial tournament, up against Rangitoto College, so that men's final to come. But it will be in goal. Natalia Rankin-Cheetah for St Kentigern's College, replacing Kaya Ashmore, who has been superb.
Yes, she has.
And RANGI RURU will have worked out who their 5 shooters are.
Yep.
Key here, what are the rules in and around the goalkeeping? Are you allowed to come off your line? Are you allowed to come forward?
You have to start behind the goal line on the whistle. Once the whistle is blowing, you can go wherever you like.
And how far out are they shooting from? Just for
5 metres.
5 metres?
It's rather close.
Yep.
It's a big ask. generally, if and it is a bit of a generalisation, if the goalkeeper can stop 2, you're going to be looking pretty good.
Well, RANGI RURU will want to be score off their first attempt, and you always put the pressure then, don't you? Straight back on St Kennigan. So big moment. But they do have the class of the Weston sisters, Aggie Weston in the number 5 cap, Eve Weston. We saw
Eve.
We saw Eve miss a penalty earlier. Can she right the wrongs? She was disappointed from what we saw on the replay with that effort, but I really just put it down to the absolute brilliance, though, of Kaya Ashmore in goal. So what can she do? And she does miss. She goes wide. And so it is technically advantage St Kennigan. Advantage St Kennigan. Have a look here. Kurt Goldsworthy.
Yeah, unfortunate for Eve. She'll be disappointed. Now Natalia Rankin-Cheetah taking the long swim down the pool. She's going to be the first shooter for St Kennigan College.
Rankin-Cheetah,
the goalkeeper can shoot.
Goes out
in
of
a
goal.
Penalty shootout.
And she's a quality player, isn't she? And big chance here for Hayley Bond.
And a miss.
It didn't. So the ball did not go completely over the line. They do have technical officials who sit on that line.
Yeah.
So
referees are now on the line.
2 marquee players missing penalties. This is the pressure that goes with a secondary school final.
Abby Moody.
So Abby Moody for RANGI RURU. And she does score. RANGI RURU now have the advantage, and you can see what it means to that team in the background. Who does St Kennigan now bring forward to try and tie this up?
Tessa Birch has come forward. Captain, St Kennigan, take the next shot.
Okay, so we'll go down to that shot now. So here we go. And just takes it off. A nice little change-up if you're using baseball terminology there. Just took all the pace off it. And in that split second, well, it just creates a bit of an illusion. And the timing of the goalkeeper, very, very difficult for Hayley Bond.
Absolutely.
So
nicely executed.
1-1 is the score. Slight change in strategy there from St Kennigan. Now, Tamsin Mills for RANGI RURU. Mills. What is going through her head at the moment? She knows the experience in goal of Natalia Rankin-Cheetah. She does, and Rankin-Cheetah gets the big mid out. And this strategic decision to pull Kaya Ashmore from Hamish McDonald and put Rankin-Cheetah in goal has paid dividends. Look at that. Very good save.
Yeah, very happy with that, Natalia Rankin-Cheetah.
So,
Brooke Finoti now.
St Kennigan's through Finoti, who was just superb in this game. Wonderful player. Looking to try and give St Kennigan the advantage. And she goes over the top. The pressure on both sides. Yeah. And we are through. And now advantage goes back.
A lot of pressure.
So potentially here to RANGI RURU. Both sides 3 shots each at the moment. And it is 1-1. Now, a chance here for Lucy Flores. And Flores scores. And so it is RANGI RURU 2-1.
Yeah, good shot. Lots of pressure now.
Pressure now goes back on St Kennigan.
Now left-hander shooting. Charlotte Smith.
So Smith, what does she go through? A big ask. And she does score. Girl. And it is 2-2. Both sides have had 4 penalties each. It is tied up at 2-2.
And now the pressure swings back to Aggie Weston.
Now Weston, you'd expect her, with her experience, to score here.
She does.
And she does. Now, if St Kennigan's miss, RANGI RURU win the bronze medal. If St Kennigan's miss, it is RANGI RURU who are 3rd best waterpolo team in the country. However, if St Kennigan score, we keep going. Big chance here. And they do, and it is RANGI RURU who win the bronze medal. RANGI RURU beat St Kennigan's in a classic 3-2 on penalties, and the school from the South Island find themselves on the podium, and look what it means to them. Congratulations to their team. Congratulations to Zolly Barros. But congratulations to the game of water polo. It's a cliche, but water polo very much the winner. Secondary schools water polo very much the winner. Just have a look at this. Hayley Bond here just gets out that right hand, and you do have to feel for Izzy Orlandini and St Kennigan. It is a tough way to lose a game because they were magnificent through the full 24 minutes of play, but it needed to be sorted out. And RANGI RURU, bronze medal, RANGI RURU, the third best water polo school in the country. That in itself is remarkable. A wonderful history in the sport of rowing, but you sense the sleeping giant is woken. Canterbury water polo is broken. Look what it means to them. Tears of joy, so much emotion. Wonderful images, great to see, played in such remarkable spirit, so much enthusiasm, so much enjoyment. And we'll go to Coop Goldsworthy, who's standing by with the captain of RANGI RURU.
Hi, we've got Tamsin Mills here from RANGI RURU, victorious, first bronze medal, first medal at a National Secondary Schools Championships for the school. How good does that feel?
It feels amazing. We've been playing this team together for the past 3 years, and this is the first time we've been to Nationals, and it's just such a great feeling.
Yeah, outstanding effort from all of you, some quality shooting. What have you most enjoyed about the tournament?
I most enjoyed the teamwork and getting together with the team. And we're just really great friends, and that's what I think made it count in the end.
It's excellent. Thank you so much, Tamsin. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And there it is. There it is. Congratulations to RANGI RURU. Wonderful pictures. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away, because water polo supremacy amongst secondary schools boys is not too far away. The might of Hamilton Boys High School taking on Rangitoto in the Battle of Bombay. Look forward to having your company shortly.